It's Sunday morning, and my Sunday mornings used to consist of a trip to McDonald's to get a breakfast sandwich. But as I slowly creeped closer to 50, I can't keep doing McDonald's anymore. So now I make all my own breakfast at home on Sunday mornings. I keep the routine going, but it's much healthier. And one of the things that I do is, instead of getting the hash browns from McDonald's, which those things are like crack, I figured out that tater tots are just round hash browns. And since we use the Simple Truth organic potato puffs, it makes it even healthier. Shit. It's been cold here in Ohio today. You can still see my breath, but it's 33. It kind of makes a heat wave here. So I need to get out and do a little bit of welder maintenance today. I was getting ready to fire up the MIG welder and noticed that the trigger switch was, well, needed to be replaced. The wiring on it did. And I want to introduce the new welder, which is the Alphatig 225 XI. So let me get to that. So this is the new welder that I picked up. Like I said, it is the Alphatig 225 XI. This is what I bought the Jegs welding cart for the other day, well, a little while ago. And the cart is actually quite lacking whenever it comes to being used for a TIG welder. There's no handle to pull on it up here. There's no way to get it in and out. You almost have to pull on the unit to move it. And I'm not a big fan of doing that. So I'm going to build some stuff for this to make this cart actually a usable cart. And we will get to that in a later video. This is the analog version of the Alphatig. To be honest with you, I would probably buy the digital if I had it to do over again. You get a little bit better control on the pre and post flow. But it does a great job for me, and the price on this thing is ridiculous. I paid under $800 for this thing, and that was delivered to my door, and that was that's a great deal. So I went ahead and bought the cable cover. It's a nice denim. Looks like something I wore in 3rd grade. And I bought the TIG holder for it, but other than that, I really haven't spent a whole lot of money on accessories. Obviously tungsten and everything I need to do the job, but it's a nice little welder. And to be honest with you, if you're looking at buying a TIG welder, this is probably not the worst one you can get. It does come with the Nova foot pedal. Got the Eastwood tungsten grinder back there. And yeah, I'm a big fan of this thing. And like I said, I would probably recommend this to anybody who was looking for one. But we'll use it a little bit more here coming in the year. But for right now, we got to fix this guy. This trigger switch, actually pulled out on the other one, and I'm going to be replacing this today. Well, you can see where the wiring is, so I did some tests on that, but I'm going to be putting this back together so that the MIG welder is ready to rock and roll as soon as the weather breaks. And before I get into that MIG welder, I will tell you that is a Miller-Matic 140, and I have put a ton of miles on that welder. All of my artistic welding has been done on that welder. Every piece of metal art I built to this day has been built with that welder. Well, almost all of it. A couple of pieces with the new TIG welder, but for the most part, that welder right there has gotten me through so much. It's fixed everything I've ever needed and then some. So it's a great little welder. I bought it back in 2007, I think. So it's got some miles on it, and the fact that I got to replace something on it doesn't surprise me, but let's get to it so I can have that thing working. That definitely looks like it's feeding better. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short here today. I know it's not the longest video in the world, but my hands are starting to turn blue. And I think it's time to call it a day. I'm going to try and put one out on a pretty regular basis. They'll be short while we're during the winter time. But as the weather breaks and we can get out and actually start playing in the outdoors again, we will have a lot more videos. Can't wait for race season. Well, with all that being said, I will see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Bye.